The Golden State Warriors also won last night. Here's the very, very quick, easy to take in box score via the NBA's Twitter account. Stephen Curry was awesome. He had 32, 8, and 9. He made 5 3-pointers in the process. Kevin Durant, 27, 8, and 6, also good. Klay Thompson, not stellar. But then again, neither team shooting the 3 was last night. I was surprised with Dennis Schroeder because I think he's a good player. Once they get Russell Westbrook back and what we were stripped of, I think we have his shot chart as well, if we could toss that real quick. Dennis Schroeder looked pretty good last night. It does not surprise me that he made missed more threes than he made. He makes his living from three-point line extended and in the alleys. That's what you saw. So when Westbrook comes back, you're going to get that production off the bench. That's why I like Oklahoma City. Not love them, but I like them. So Westbrook sat out. Steven Adams gave it a go with a lower back injury, was still totally fine. The Golden State Warriors, their biggest weakness turned out to be a strength, which was having Damian Jones. Nah, you haven't heard of him. And who's there? Jordan Bell didn't even play. He's been relegated because he had a horrible camp in preseason, surprisingly enough. They're trying to find a hole that JaVale McGee left, and they already have it with Damian Jones and Kevon Looney, who had his first ever double-double with 10 and 10 last night. So I heard Charles Barkley. I'm sorry I didn't cut this. Charles Barkley was asked, what can stop the Golden State Warriors from repeating? And he's like, injuries, hurricane, tornado. And he just goes on and on and on and on and on. Is there anything that could stop them from winning again?
The only other thing outside of that, and it all goes back to themselves, like you said.
Aside from a tornado.
Yeah, outside of tornadoes and hurricanes, is somehow some kind of inner turmoil. Something with the makeup of it or how they're approaching. If they hit a 5-game losing streak randomly in the middle of the season and people don't like what's happening and it could build off, that's the only other thing I could see. If somehow some kind of characters or personalities aren't working because of some adversity, because we know these guys know how to sit through adversity. They haven't had to deal with much, but whenever they've had to, they're good enough to come out of it. If anything actually has sustained a level of adversity, maybe because an injury sparks something that causes a losing streak and people didn't fill the roles correctly. That's the only other thing left.
The only thing.
And I still think they can lose straight up in the playoffs, of course. I'm not.
They were one injury away from losing with Chris Paul.
Yeah, I'm not as far as Barkley is on the no one can beat them but them. But
obviously Houston has changed also a lot over the past offseason. As we look at their depth chart, if we could just show this. Also remember, see the center position? Remember when DeMarcus Cousins signed for this team? Lastly, goddamn. Also, lastly, it's funny how it's now turned from not Houston, not Oklahoma City, not Utah, not any Western Conference team. It's turned into themselves. It's now like, well, are the Warriors just gonna get bored with winning? Is that the reason they don't win? Is because of championship fatigue? Like that's where we're at now because we're digging so far into a far superior team that we now need to come to these hypotheses of, well, it's sort of like LeBron winning the MVP. It's like, maybe we should just give it to someone else.
He's probably tired of it anyway.
Yeah, he's probably tired of winning MVP. Just give it to someone else.
He doesn't even put these up anymore. He probably puts them in storage.
So the answer is Golden State is winning. If you made it to the end of this video, mazel tov. If you want to see more, hit the bell and hit subscribe. Why don't you?